Cases inside schools are on the rise once again in Ohio. Last week, there were 3,000 more cases than the week before, and that is almost 4 times as many as the previous week. At the top of the list when it comes to total cases, Cincinnati Public, followed by Lakota. The rise appears to be directly correlated to Governor DeWine's directive that students be back in school in some form March 1st. Kids, of course, are one group still on the outside looking in when it comes to vaccines, though.
But trials are expanding, including one at Cincinnati Children's, and that's where we find Local 12's Brad Underwood. Brad.
Well, good evening, Paul. Yeah, Cincinnati Children's began vaccine trials almost a year ago in adults. Now with the focus on children, there is real optimism that a licensed vaccination will be available for kids over the age of 12 by the start of school in the fall.
1, 2, 3, stick.
Roughly 300 teenagers took part in Cincinnati Children's clinical trials. This is video provided by the hospital of that process. Caitlin Evans was the first teen to be injected in the Pfizer study.
They were just very good at telling me exactly what was happening.
At first, she got the placebo. After the trial, she got the real shot. And today, the second dose.
I'm just happy to know, honestly. It was kind of weird not knowing if I was vaccinated or not.
It's just the beginning as Children's looks at the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine in kids as young as 12.
It's really good news for pediatrics. We'll be having a lot of the trials that really need to be done to show that the vaccines are safe.
Dr. Robert Frank led the study in adults and now children. He says because the results have been similar, he believes there will be a fully licensed vaccine soon.
Before the 21-22 school year, I think that there'll be a licensed vaccine.
Sisters Braylon and Ryan Knepp both took part in clinical trials with New Horizons. The two are very active in Irish dancing and sports and want to safely return to both.
I just kind of wanted to be able to say that I got the vaccine early and I was helping with science.
Like Evans, they too had surveys to fill out during the trial and report the side effects.
Ryan had extreme back pain after the second dose, nausea. So they checked a lot of boxes.
For all 3 teens, being able to do something to help is a driving force in participation.
I definitely learned a lot about the science behind vaccines and this whole situation. So when people start talking about stuff they heard on Facebook, it's easier for me to step in and say, this is what a vaccine does. I got it. I've done all of that. You'll be fine. So it's definitely helped in that.
Now, for parents who do have questions about the vaccine in their children, Children's Hospital launched a new website today, getting you in touch with all those resources and answering those questions. We have a link to that website in this story at local12.com. Live in Avondale, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News.
So good to see this happening locally. Thank you, Brad.